work, work. Angelica, work, work. Eliza and Peggy, work. The Schuyler sisters. Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, work.
Ew, who is she? We don't know her. Let's talk about that. So the year was 2015, and I was weaning off of my fairly intense Book of Mormon musical phase when I realized, Andrew Rannells is getting this limited time run in this thing called Hamilton? What the heck is that? I guess I'll check it.
My favorite theater show is either the Book of Mormon or Hamilton. You haven't even watched Hamilton. I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm past patiently waiting. I am currently so very obsessed with Hamilton. It's so very good. It is way better than Book of Mormon.
The audacity.
Wicked. I want to make something that is going to outlive me. That's a Hamilton line. That's a Hamilton reference.
So yeah, this would begin what I like to refer to as the Dark Ages, aka that one time that I, oh my god, had, a Hamilton phase. I know, unsubscribe now. It's dark. I don't like thinking about it either. And honestly, I haven't thought about it too much for like the past 4 years until no. They just released the entire Hamilton show pro shots on Disney Plus, and then I watched it, and it was
I had a situation, guys. What's the state of our nation?
it was gorgeous. So let's just revisit my Hamilton phase. So the one big thing that I think was the biggest change was that I started making covers against the will of many, and those especially in my household. My good lord, it was a constant. I remember making this cover of my shot, and I was like, I peaked. This is the best thing I'll ever make. Do you see how I just did all the voices? It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm
not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot.
Hey yo, I'm just like my country onion, scrappy and hungry.
Oh, this is a little baby. This is baby Angie.
But my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every.
Do you remember that one time where Hamilton convinced a bunch of theater kids that like they knew how to rap? Because myself included. Did you see how I didn't say older, colder? I said older, colder, I shoulder. Like, oh no.
Streets famished.
What?
The plan is to fan this spark into a flame.
Spock, Spock, it's so good.
Rise up,
Look at that. I did like the background noises. Like I did the.
Rise up, what are these ponies gonna rise up, rise up? I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep 7 feet ahead of me? 20.
My favorite part is that for decoration, just to make it appropriate, I took my Kona ice cup, this Kona ice cup, and I stuck a $10 bill and I put it in the frame. So that was just one thing. I vividly remember that I had an acapella app, or I did a lot of Hamilton acapellas, and it was,
Toast to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, sister, Angelica, who is always on your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 10 dual commandments. What? It's a 10 dual commandments.
it was no bueno. It was the opposite of bueno. It was malo, I think that's what the term is. So it was bad enough that Hamilton convinced me that I knew how to rap. I didn't. What was worse, infinitely worse, was when Hamilton convinced me that I could beatbox.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it.
In a place to be, a 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3.
That's your second. Your lieutenant. When there's reckoning to be reckoned.
Number 3.
I remember I put that on my resume one time. I was doing like a fake audition, and the lady was like, "It says here that you could beatbox," and I was like, "Oh, I forgot to take it out." yes, I can beatbox. And then she was like, can we see some of it? And I was like, okay. It was not. That was probably one of the lows of my life. So as a result of my Hamilton phase, I also became incessantly active on Tumblr. Yes, oh god. Not only was it a Hamilton phase, it was a Tumblr Hamilton phase, which is just 1,000 times worse. And I was always pretty clout chasey, so there was a lot of memes. And honestly, I covered this in a video 2 years ago, so here's some clips. I made a Hamilton ab master post, which is basically just a big, long text post with pictures of the Hamilton cast without their shirts on. And I tagged them all Hamil abs. I want to take my small arms and wrap them around David's fucking huge
arm and just hold there for a good 10 minutes.
Okay, but imagine Lynn's adorable face with David's ripped bod. But what was really funny was that, like, there were some pretty good ones in there. Like, if anyone has seen this one, I realized that, geez, Thomas Jefferson is on the $2 bill that I got from my ninong.
And if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President.
Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response. Come on. You must be out of your goddamn mind.
At the time, I thought it was funny. I don't, like, all the funny has just been sucked out of it. But it has over 50,000 notes on Tumblr. Oh, another thing. I know I keep saying another thing, but there's so many things. For some reason, I found myself really shipping Jonathan Groff and LIN-MANUEL Miranda. I have no idea why. Do not ever ship real life people because that's weird. I don't know how to explain this well, but it should just be gone unsaid. Do not ship real life people because that's creepy. But I clearly did not get that memo when I was 14 years old because the amounts of Groff Lin, it's almost gross. Like this.
So, happy birthday. I know I got you a good present last year. Yeah. So we're not topping that. No. Anyway, good luck with the lotto.
Holy shit! We'll always love you. I can't believe you did this to me, goddammit! How could you do this to me?
I even made edits. Best decision I ever made. Reality is lemon and the internet is lemonade. A gang is switch. Something to decision I ever made. Reality is lemons and my come and watch me. No, that's gonna get me copyrighted. I'm gonna sing it. If I could begin to be half of what you think of me, I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love. This song's so long. When I see the way you act, I wonder when I'm coming back. I could do about anything. I could even learn how to love like you. Fuck. It's pretty well edited, okay? Hear me out. Like, I did this on Cuca. The masking was pretty good with the transitions. But, like, it looks like a wedding video. And I think that's what I was subconsciously going for. I mean, even looking back at all of these things, I was like, was I just shipping their bromance? But then I saw this. And no, I was definitely shipping them. Like, romantically. Speaking of memes, I said some pretty, like, messed up jokes in regards to Hamilton. But, like...
And nothing can go wrong. Oh, no, it all went wrong.
Yikes. Or like this one. Okay, everyone shh. So, hey guys, why did Hamilton cross the road? Because his son was on the other side. Because his son... You see, I couldn't really draw, but for some reason that didn't stop me from making a buttload of Hamilton art. And there's just too much to cover, so I guess I'll make like a cute montage. Did you see that? Did you look a little close? I shipped John Lawrence and Hamilton. Hashtag lambs, guys! Hashtag lambs! I even made like animatics like this one.
Talk about it, Nikki. This conversation is over. Yeah, Miranda. Over.
Just so you know, if you were gay, that'd be okay. It was really subtle. It was also incredibly lazily done. Like, I didn't even key it. I just took the character and we tilted it this way because I didn't have talent at the time. Oh goodness, I almost forgot about this one. But there was a period of time where my Tumblr was taking off and some lazy schlums were taking screenshots of my screenshots of Lin-Manuel Miranda's Twitter and then posting it on their Hamilton stan Instagrams and not even crediting me. So I was like, okay, cool. How are we gonna get them back? So I released this PSA.
Hey there, buddy, chum, pal, friend, buddy, pal, chum, buddy, friend,
Undertale
fella,
reference.
brother, amigo, pal, buddy, friend,
How
chum, chum,
2016
chum,
of
pal.
me.
I don't mean to be rude, my friend, pal,
home,
slice bread, slice dog.
I remember it. Oh no.
If you repost one more diddly darn thing without crediting the person who made it, I'm gonna have to diddly darn snap your neck. And wowza, wouldn't that be a crummy juncture, huh? Do you want that? Do you wish upon yourself to come into physical experience with a crummy juncture? Buddy, chum, friend, chum, pally, pal, chum, friend. If you keep this up, well then gosh diddly darn, I just might have to get not so friendly with you, my friendly friend, pal, friend, buddy, chum, pally, friend, chum, buddy.
She was just as passive aggressive. It's good to know. Okay, imagine you're 14 and imagine that you're having the biggest phase of your life right now. Like, literally all you can think about is this one thing, and then the creator of this thing just happens to notice something that you made. Imagine how that would affect you. Imagine. Because that happened to me 8 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And this is probably why I was this active on Tumblr. Lin-Manuel Miranda had a Tumblr. I had a Tumblr. And occasionally, and at a fairly significant rate, would reblog some of my stuff. And I would lose my mind. I would lose my goddamn mind. Like, let's look at it. I remember on Tumblr one day, he was just talking about books. But I've never really read a book for fun, so I posted this. When Lin keeps talking about books, but you don't read. And he reblogged it, saying, never too late. And you know what happened? I read a book! I literally went off and read this book, which is actually quite good from what I remember. My coup de grace! My coup de grace! I still don't think I'm using that word right. It was Lin-Manuel Miranda's birthday, so I was like, ooh, as a good Hamilton fan, I'm gonna make him a birthday present. So I cracked open Video Star, and I made him this.
Thank you.
Saying, yes, I'm watching this with groff sauce, which it fueled my shipping fire. But 2, he noticed like an edit I made, and video editing is just such a big part of what I am. So it was very validating, but the edit in itself was so cringe. You could see that like I have the beat blur on it, where Video Star will like blur it to the beats if I do so please. and the song choice is not the best, and I don't like that it's in the nightcore version, but you know what? Good on you, Angie. Good on you. You really put yourself out there. My first notice, I was like, dang, Hamilton and Jefferson don't seem to get along. What if I put them in a shirt together that says our get along shirt? Because I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of a parent doing that to one of their kids. So I drew it. And LIN-MANUEL Miranda found it and reblogged it and said, bah-ha-ha-ha! And I was like, bah-ha-ha-ha! And I just internalized it. This was the first one, and it just led me down the darkest path. It's not even that good. Why is his nose that large? I can't even draw textured hair. So, I know a lot of my Hamilton phase took place online. There was definitely some traces of it in real life. For example, this is my math notebook. I drew LIN-MANUEL Miranda in the back. I wrote the entirety of my shot meticulously on the front. It's not the entirety, I'm kidding, but I wrote a good chunk of it on the front. Did the same thing with my sketchbook at the time. Why? I don't know. Oh, remember that one time that LIN-MANUEL Miranda was doing a book signing in New York, but I couldn't go because I don't live in New York. So I was like, hey, can anyone go and get the Hamilton signed for me? And then surprisingly, someone was like, yeah, why not? So I gave $50 to a stranger online, and they sent me this. Oh, not the playbill. My friend gave me the playbill. But they gave me this, signed by freaking... Huh? But yeah, that was like, oh god, I'm so bad at ending these. Should I just say, that's it, gang? Yeah, no, I guess I'll say, that's it. If you want, I've linked a couple of the good oldies. I'll put them here so you could check them out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking back at that cringe with me. It was quite nostalgic and also embarrassing, but... Hopefully this doesn't happen again. This could never happen again. We've learned. We're good now. Okay. Bye-bye.